Hi everyone, Scott, the Scottman, and we're here to do a driving video today. We're going to be heading east on US Highway 33. Although I'd say technically south, because usually the odd number US highways go north and south. So we're technically going south on Highway 33. So we're going to be taking this pretty much down. We're here in the Columbus area right now. We're going to take this all the way down to the area around Logan, Ohio. This is the main highway going southeast out of Columbus, going down toward Athens, Ohio, which is where the University of Ohio is located, or Ohio University, not to be confused with the Ohio State University here in Columbus. But it is a beautiful early spring day today. My current thermometer is reading 55 degrees Fahrenheit. If you convert that to Celsius, it's around, I'd say, like 8 degrees. And someone looks like was not paying attention because they were trying to merge right into me. It's like, yeah, no turn blinker, and it was like, all right, I'm just gonna go over anyway. And then it's like, I think he probably eventually saw me, but it's like, yeah. I've been seeing that a lot more lately, where people have been trying to merge over into the lane I'm in, and I'm right next to them. It's like the second time it's happened to me in this past week. Once here, it's like once just now here in Columbus, and the second time back where I live in Michigan. It's like, I feel like people aren't paying attention anymore. But yeah, it is great that spring is finally here, and although to be honest with you, the winter was not all that bad. It was very, very mild. So probably because of that, I feel like things are blooming here a little, maybe a little earlier than normal. I'm not 100% sure because I don't live in Columbus, but things aren't blooming back up in Michigan just yet. Because, yeah, the funny thing is, it's like once the first day of spring arrived, we went backwards because we ended up getting a snowstorm. Although everything melted like a couple days later because it got back up to 60 Fahrenheit. So over here, this is Interstate 270. This is the main beltway which goes around the city of Columbus. Does a full circle around the city. Provide a nice alternative route around the city if the traffic going into Columbus was really bad for any reason. Although going through downtown Columbus today was not too bad, so it was faster going through the city than going around it. So for a little ways on 33, this is going to be a freeway. This is mostly a freeway. Although I think eventually will turn into more of an expressway, because I think there's going to be some just regular intersections, but occasional exits. But this is all freeway here, even though it was kind of funny at the very beginning, you had a traffic light. So right now I am heading down to Athens, Ohio. Which I mentioned about that at the beginning of the video, but that is my destination. It'll be my first time in that part of the state of Ohio. For the most part, I've been over like in Marietta, Ohio, off I-77, but that's about it for southeast Ohio. So it'll be nice to check out the city of Athens, and then I'll also, although the weather's not supposed to be the greatest, I'm going to go over to Hocking Hill State Park one day, because there's going to be a lot of rain coming in the area this weekend. But I think one of the days, Easter Sunday, is supposed to have the least amount of rain. Okay, so we got a little ways to go. 21 miles to Lancaster, and then 37 miles to Logan. on Good Friday. But what's nice is that my office has off for 4 days. Like we have off for Good Friday today, and then we also have off for the day after Easter, which is technically Easter Monday, although the weird thing is that Easter Monday is not a thing here in the United States. It is everywhere else, though. Canada, United Kingdom, and all over in Europe. So yeah, it's very interesting. Okay, so it looks like it's not a full freeway. It's just like, it's more like an expressway because we got occasional intersections like this one. But yeah, anyways, it's like I never really understood that. But it is nice that we get the a 4-day weekend for where I work, though, so that way I can have off longer than just a weekend and not have to use any vacation days. So yeah, this is a common thing with a lot of these U.S. highways through the state of Ohio, where they almost might seem like a freeway, but they're just like expressways. So you got occasional intersections like this one, but then you'll, at some of the larger highways, you'll get like actual interchanges, like we're going to see up ahead for 674. Entering Canal Winchester. So yeah, we're still in like in the southeastern part of the Columbus area, although it definitely feels like we're more in the outskirts now. So what'll be nice about this route is that the terrain is going to change as we keep on driving. Because if you're coming down here from, let's say, from Michigan, you'll have noticed that up to this point it's been very, very flat, and it's like not very inspiring. It's like you're not seeing like mountains or even like rolling hills or anything like that. Like, yeah, once you can start getting closer toward where the Ohio River is, like the general Ohio River Valley, it's like then you start to see like a lot more like rolling hills. I think it might be the Allegheny Plateau, if I'm not mistaken. It's like if you look at like a topographical map of the state of Ohio, it's like the eastern and like the southeastern and the southern part of the state has a lot more in the way of like rolling hills, or like the northwestern half of it does not, for the most part. Like for example, if you're driving east on the Ohio Turnpike from like where Toledo, Ohio is, from the northwestern part of the state, heading out toward Cleveland, things get a little bit more hilly once you get over toward the Cleveland area, especially when you're crossing over the Cuyahoga River there. Entering Fairfield County, just got out of Franklin County, which of course Franklin County is where Columbus is. And then even gets a little hilly once it gets down towards Cincinnati, like basically anywhere from Dayton, Ohio, south towards Cincinnati. But yeah, like, can't believe it's almost April already. So yeah, but anyways, so down in Athens and like the general Athens area, I'm filming a couple videos. One for Athens, and then the other one is going to be Hocking Hills. That one might get a little interesting because there might be a rain chance the day I go. Although maybe not as bad as tomorrow. But yeah, as of right now, at least for the next three and a half months, I don't have anything else planned as of yet, but I'd like to do something Memorial Day weekend. Part of me is considering maybe going back out to the Boston area again. And then 4th of July weekend, I'm not even sure what I'm doing yet. Hopefully it doesn't get too noisy, but I'm going to crack open the window a little bit because it's starting to get really stuffy in here. It's like it's not quite, like this is the weird thing about this type of weather. It's like it's too warm to turn on the heat, but it's, I mean, too warm to turn on the heat, but it's still too chilly to turn on the air conditioner.
In half a mile, continue straight to stay on US 33 East.
But yeah, this is the interesting thing again about this highway. It's like, yeah, that we have a traffic light up ahead. Well, hopefully we'll be able to make this light. So yeah, this
continue
is
straight to stay on US 33
of course, getting
East.
interrupted. This is Pickerington Road, and yeah, the good news is we don't have to stop here. There is a lot of traffic out right now. It's like not only going this way, but even the other direction too. Yeah, just think, although I'm not sure if, like, well, anyway, so yeah, the North American solar eclipse is going to be like 10 days from now in real time. By the time this video goes up on YouTube, it would have happened already, but I'm not sure if Columbus is in the path of totality or not. If it is, maybe like the southeastern end of it. But yeah, I already scheduled the day. I took the day off so that way I could drive down to Northwest Ohio or something, weather pending, of course, to watch the eclipse. Although, watch it, my luck, ends up being overcast. But if that's the case, then I probably would just cancel the vacation day and I just go into work like normal or something. Last I checked, though, the weather's looking favorable, though, but I don't want to get my hopes up just yet. Because it's still a little early. It's like if I'm able to witness it, it'll be my very first total solar eclipse. I've seen one other solar eclipse, but it was only a partial one. Because we ended up having one in the state of Michigan. I think it was 2017, if I remember right. And I remember I ended up working that day. And I remember we all went outside for, again, even though it wasn't a total one, but still it was cool to see. I think a couple of us had the actual glasses, so we were able to look at it. But we had to take turns because there was a lot of us and only like 2 or 3 pairs of the eclipse glasses. But yeah, for this total one though, I made sure I bought some. place where I can legally park, and of course I know everybody in the world's gonna be out trying to watch it too, so I'll have to look for some areas where I can basically park the car for a while. Chances are it's probably the more remote the town, the quieter, but I don't want to jinx myself, and even the small villages ends up getting as much people as like a big city. But yeah, this is a very interesting highway. It's like we're back to being a full freeway right here. So this section over here to the right, that'll take you into Lancaster. Which is the first city heading southeast out of Columbus. Yeah, I'm starting to see a little bit more hills off in the distance. So yeah, we're starting to get into some more hilly terrain compared to like some of the flatlands we've generally been seeing through much of the state up to this point. At least the traffic has lightened up a little bit. Just a lot of people just in the Columbus area getting from point A to point B. And I should probably have some water. Oh, yeah, that's a lot better. Much spring bloom over here, maybe a little bit, but I feel like for some of these taller trees, they tend to start blooming a little later. Traffic in the right lane up ahead. So as I've been saying in some of my driving videos, it's like I'm trying to promote weekend travel a little bit more than I have. Just because I know it's like a lot of people these days tend to only be able to get out for the weekend. Because after all, here in the United States, like a lot of people don't get enough vacation time, so it's like they can't take weeks off or anything, except maybe once or twice a year. Because the nice thing about weekend travel, even if you were just to take one day off, give yourself like a little bit of a longer weekend. even if you live in Columbus, like going to like the Athens, Ohio is a nice little weekend getaway. So trying to promote more of that, and even some things back up in my home state of Michigan too, because after all, a lot of people in the Columbus area will come up to Michigan to go to some of Michigan's many attractions, such as like Sleeping Bear Dunes or Mackinac Island, Frankenmuth, etc. Because after all, I drive around the state of Michigan, I see Ohio license plates all the time, so it's a great weekend getaway destination for Ohioans. So over the coming weeks, I need to start planning some potential like weekend trips that I can do. They don't necessarily have to be big ordeals or anything. Heck, even day trips too. It's like you can easily go somewhere for the day. Yep, 17 more miles until Logan, and then 43 miles until Athens. Get to Athens though, it should be a beautiful afternoon to explore it. And yeah, as I was saying earlier, it's like, yeah, we're getting to some prettier terrain in this area. Thing too about Highway 33 is that not only it's down toward Athens, Ohio, but you can also around Athens you can get onto Highway 50 and start heading east into West Virginia. That heads over toward like Parkersburg and Clarksburg, West Virginia. Trucks up ahead, so I better get over. Or somebody decided to get in the left lane and go really slow. Got a nice view, and this truck in front of me is ruining it. You can see a little bit though. And he is being rude because he is not getting back over the right lane. So I guess I'll have to do that instead. Because yeah, in many states it's pretty much the law where you have to have slower traffic in the right lane, and that truck is definitely breaking the law right now. The hills are getting bigger. still in the left lane. Like when I look at my rear view mirror, it's like why? Okay, I think I can go ahead and get back over now. So I think we're about to be approaching the end of the freeway portion here. It's like there's been a couple different freeway portions of 33 in this video. Because you're getting out of the Lancaster area now. Just be getting back to more like regular intersections, at least at some point. I feel like I thought I was talking about something. Oh yeah, just weekend travel. But yeah. So anyway, there's a lot of things that I want to try to plan moving forward. Now that the weather's finally getting nice and I don't feel like I have to hibernate or anything. Although I will say I was lucky this past winter because I was able to at least get out to film some of the walking tours I did, like around the Detroit area. And also take a little long weekend trip down to Tampa, Florida back in February. Stopping for very long. Oh, it stopped for a lot longer than I thought. Yep, and this is the Hocking River, and this is the river which heads all the way down to Athens, Ohio, and then eventually empties out into the Ohio River, southeast of Athens. The state is that you have a lot of different parks you can check out, like different metro parks, state parks. A lot of great hiking in this part of the state. And we're now entering Hocking County. Yeah, remember when I was saying that the traffic's gotten lighter? It's like, yeah, it's definitely picked up a little bit, but there are quite a bit of cars behind me. It's like when I had to stop at that traffic light, because I had to stop at it for like a good 20, 25 seconds. Like, a lot of people end up catching back up. And we're now in the Hocking Hills region, too. So, of course, this is where Hocking Hills State Park is located. So yeah, this is a very nice part of Ohio. The whole Hocking Hills area. Pretty much anywhere along the Ohio River as you head up even toward like where Wheeling, West Virginia is. Several more miles to go, and then we'll be getting to where we're going to be ending the driving video. Oh yeah, the Rock House Cantwell Cliffs. I think that's part of the Hocking Hills State Park area too. So I believe 374 will take you over toward Hocking Hills State Park. That just goes like that intersection over there goes like to the northern end of it. Oh yeah, just as I thought. 7 miles to Logan and then 34 miles to Athens. So yeah, as I'm filming this video right now, I should have like a half hour to go until I get into Athens, but of course I'll be stopping the video once I get toward the Logan area. It's like I almost could film all the way toward Athens, but the problem is I'm running low on storage space on this SD card right now, so I don't think I'd be able to, I don't think I'll have enough footage to get down there. And it's turning back into a freeway again, so it's pretty interesting how this goes back and forth between being a freeway and not. get over to Old Man's Cave in Hockey Hill State Park, you can get off at this upcoming exit. But the state park is pretty big, so it's like there's different places in the park you can go to. So we have like about another mile or so until we get to where 93 is, and that's where we will end this video. Okay, maybe it's a little further than I thought, but not too bad. Over at that bend up ahead. Alright, so again, as I was saying earlier in the video, so it's like even where after we stop the video, if we're to continue past where I'm going to be concluding things, those will take us down to Nelsonville and then Athens, Ohio, and it'll eventually get down to Highway 50. So half a mile would be at the exit for 93, which will take you into downtown Logan. Alright, so here's the exit here. So I hope you enjoyed this video here on Highway 33, going from I-70 in Columbus all the way to Route 93 here in Logan, Ohio. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so that we don't miss out on any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott of the Scottman signing out.